The life of Paramahamsa Nithyananda is a purana, not a story, leading you to experience higher dimensions of reality and going beyond what you know. This is a series of videos narrating his divine life and portraying in the sacred art form of dance called Bharatanatyam. At the age of 3 years old, Swamiji was already highly devoted. He used to live with the deities that he kept. He would put them to sleep, wake them up, brush their teeth, give them bath, feed them, just as he did for himself. This is what he calls Leela dhyan, living with the gods. Once, on the way to Arunachaleshwara temple in his hometown, Swamiji listened to a discourse by Selva Ganapathy, a famous speaker, who is speaking on the story of Nambiyandar Nambi. The small 3-year-old boy, the young Avatar, listened in. The story goes that Nambiyandar Nambi was the son of a pujari. Every day his father would take him to the Ganesha temple where he worked, and he would witness as his father offered all sorts of things: the dhupa, the incense, the deepa, the lamp, naivedhyam, the food, and arati. He watched and witnessed and learned this way in his father's steps. One day, his father was sick. Nambiyandar Nambi went to the temple to do puja by himself. When it came time to offer the naivedhyam, the boy understood that the deity is living, so he will actually eat the food. And he never had those thoughts that the deity will not eat the food. So he waited for Ganesha to come and eat. But when he did not come, he was shocked. How could Ganesha not eat the food? It must be because he's done something wrong, he concluded. If he had done something wrong, he couldn't bear it. He thought, if there's something wrong that he did, then it's better that he doesn't live in this life. He decided to end it. He started to bang his head against the stone slabs of the temple steps. But suddenly, before he hurt himself, he felt the soft flesh of a trunk on his shoulder. He looked up to see Lord Ganesha himself in front of him, giving him darshan and eating the naivedhyam that he offered. Young Swamiji was so inspired by the story. He had such devotion that Ganesha himself came down to eat. He decided that his own Ganesha should eat also. He went to his own home and took out his beloved Ganesha deity. He brought out his mother's food and offered it in front of Ganesha. He waited. But Ganesha did not come and eat. Swamiji thought, maybe the food is not good. Yes, the food must not be good. At the temple, Ganesha eats the temple Madapalli kitchen's food. So he must like only that food. Swamiji decided to go to the temple, take that food from the ayya, and once again offer to Ganesha. But still, when he offered the food, Ganesha did not come and eat. This time, Swamiji became angry. How could he not eat? He decided to do what his grandmother used to do when he and his cousins decided not to eat. He told Ganesha, if you don't eat, I'll put you in the well. He put his Ganesha deity in the well and slowly lowered him down. Suddenly he thought, how will Ganesha eat if he does not have food in the bucket? Okay. He brought him back up, kept food in the bucket, and then slowly lowered him back down again. It was then Swamiji remembered. When Ganesha did not eat for Nambiyandar Nambi, that child saint had blamed himself But now, when he is not eating, he is blaming everything else and not seeing within the problem within himself, what he should do within himself and find the solution. That is when Swamiji decided, okay, until Ganesha eats, I will not eat. He sat and sat and sat. For 3 days, Swamiji sat without eating, without sleeping, or even moving. His mother became worried. What happened to my son, she thought. Has something possessed him? He's not eating, not sleeping. Finally, on the 3rd day, Swamiji went into a state of deep samadhi. It was neither dream nor waking, something even higher. He saw Ganesha was eating there. Joy completely filled Swamiji. The next moment he came down from that state and he saw the food was gone. He was overflowing with joy and bliss. Ganesha came, Ganesha ate, his favorite deity ate. This is the story that Bhagavan himself remembers as the first incident, the first spiritual incident in his life that started his spiritual life. Of course, in the life of the Avatar, there is never a moment where he himself makes an unconscious decision or he himself does not enact. People might think, if the Avatar is truly Sadashiva, how can Ganesha not come down and eat? It is only because he decides to enact this whole Leela, this whole play, that we get the opportunity to learn how to be devoted and live with God. The Leela Dhyana.